So I'm recording, but like, what are some like key terminology to becoming a baseball player, not a competent baseball player?
Okay, well, some key terminologies, there's a lot of key terminology, especially when you're a pitcher and you're a catcher, because there's good talk and there's bad talk. You don't want to just go say, hey, go get him, Alex, go get him. You want to say, hey, pitch to pitch right here. There's a lot of terminology with that.
Would that be good talk, pitch to pitch?
That'd be good talk, pitch to pitch, glove to glove, stuff like that. We have a lot of little key terms that we use, especially Adam Pucko. He's our Friday guy, he's the #1 pitcher. So when he's not pitching on Saturday and Sunday, his job in the dugout will be like, hey Zach, let's go pitch to pitch right here. Hey, 2 out of 3. When he says 2 out of 3, that means 2 strikes out of the 3 pitches. You know, you want to start a guy off with a strike, and hey, you fall behind one, or you fall to 1-1, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Okay.
Hey, get that 3rd strike out here, 2 out of 3. They're little reminders, little key terms that falls under the terminology that we don't really memorize it, but we just grow to learn it. And because we're here at UCLA, we have our own key terminology. Like in high school, I used to have other words, little expressions I used to say to my pitchers.
So it changes, like, and it
Yeah.
changes. Okay, so like what you guys do and talk amongst each other here is not exactly what you'll be able to go to another university and start
Correct.
talking to them like.
The guys at USC, the guys at Baylor, Maryland, who we play next week, they have all their little terminology. The vocabulary for baseball is huge. Anything can mean anything to anyone. It just depends, the 35 guys on your team, what you have that creates that terminology, what your coach puts out there, what he expresses after the games, after, you know, we debrief for hours among hours about terminology, pitcher-catcher meetings, and that's just not pitcher-catchers, that's infielders and outfielders. They have their own terminology, so I might not know what they're saying to each other, but I know what my job is.
Okay. Do you need to keep walking to do other things?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
But if those two know a lot of terminology. They're way more experienced than me. They're sophomores too.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Hey.
You want help? How you doing?
Great. I was just wondering, could you give me an idea of like how you are socially modified to be a baseball player? Like, yeah, like, you know, like through the language you use. Like, if I come and I want to play like baseball with you guys, what are like the things that aren't, like, I won't be as proficient as you because you're socialized to be a baseball
like
player and I'm not. Yeah, language, maybe how your like body language interacts, you know, like, yeah, just kind of like the environment of what it takes to be a competent baseball player.
I don't know.
Like, you're a pitcher, right?
Yeah.
So how do you communicate with the catcher?
A lot of the communication's actually nonverbal, like through a glove motion or, you know, different glove motions mean different things. You know, fastball, curveball, slider, changeup, you know, different things like that. So
okay.
It's a lot of nonverbal and a lot of like looking at each other, and you know, obviously you got the touching of the signs. You know, you got the coach who touches the signs. It's the same kind of thing.
So the coach would make the signs, and then
the coach sends the signs to the catcher. The catcher sends the signs to me. While I'm looking at the signs, my middle infielders are looking at the signs and adjusting the defense according to what pitch is coming. Then they adjust the outfield according to what pitch is coming, all in a matter of about half a second.
So when the coach gives something to the catcher, they're interpreting it in terms of how they have to position themselves, and then you change how you're gonna throw.
I do the pitch that he asked me to call.
Yeah.
And the defense shifts in position. They know what pitch is coming, and they communicate mostly nonverbal. Again, it's all kind of nonverbal, like touches, you know, things like that.
So with one, like, one message is received by like two, three different parties, and it's all perceived differently, but it's like one message.
Yeah, one message was perceived by 9 different people on the field at one time.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a huge multiplier effect. That's huge. All right. Well, yeah, I'm going to try to stop by later, but I think I got some really good stuff. Thanks, man.
No worries, man.